Hi everyone, Vinayak Gadgil here. I'm back again with a very exciting topic today, and which is going to help you immensely in terms of reading somebody's mind. Isn't it exciting? Let's straight away get into the topic. You can see a figure here, and in NLP parlance, it is called eye accessing cues, and you can see some terminology here. So I don't want to get you into trouble with the terminology, but I'll straight away make it very, very simple. Uh, these arrows that you are seeing, these 6 places that you are seeing, is nothing but the direction in which your eye moves, and accordingly we can draw some conclusions. Okay, so let's look at the first pair. That is, when you are looking in your right direction and you are looking above your face like this, you are actually trying to make up something. You are constructing some picture, some video in your mind which you have not done before. So in short, you are using your creative juices, your imagination power, to come up with something visually. Now take a practical scenario when you are being asked a question that, for example, what would this room look like if it was blue? Now, if you have not been in that situation before, you will start imagining, visualizing how will it look like if the room is blue color, right? So, but there is a hidden clue here. If you want to judge a person whether he's actually telling you a truth, or he's creating something within his mind, he's making up something as an answer, here is the clue. So if you are looking in that direction while answering this question, then there is a probability that you may be lying. That is one probability. Another thing that I already told you, that then you are actually making up something, trying to use your creative juices. Okay, so that's the first clue. The second clue, if you are, while answering a question, if you are looking towards your left and in the upward direction like this, then you are actually trying to access your memory. You are trying to access an incident, a picture, a video, a scene from your past, which you have already experienced. So you are accessing a memory. Now see the difference. The first instance, you are trying to create something, imagine something, visualize something, but here you are actually trying to access your memory and try to get that scene. Okay, so most probably in the later example, the person, while answering, if he looks towards the left and above, then he's actually giving you a true answer, because he's accessing his memory and then recollecting the answer. Now let's move on to the next picture. Give me a moment. Now let's look at the second picture. Okay, now the second picture is telling you about, if you are looking in horizontal direction towards your right, then you are actually trying to make up something with some sounds. Okay, if you are trying to imagine something, if somebody would have said you something, you are trying to create or make up something. Okay, so it is called constructed auditory. For example, if somebody asks you, what would it sound like if I had a Mickey Mouse or a Dicky Bird like a voice? Okay, now if you have not heard that before, you will try to imagine something and try to get to that answer. Whereas if you are looking in the left direction horizontally like this, then again you are trying to access your memory. Somebody would have said you something, something which you have heard before. You are trying to access your memory and trying to recollect it from there. So again, when you are looking towards right, you might be making up something, you might be creating an answer close to lying. Okay, and if you are looking towards left, then you are actually accessing your memory and trying to remember the answer. So got the difference? When you are looking at your right, most probably you are making up, you are lying. If you are looking towards left, uh, yes, left, then you are trying to memorize something. So most probably, if somebody answers you a question and looking horizontally in the left direction, he is telling you, or he's trying to tell you the truth. Okay, now let's see another scenario. Okay, so this is the third figure. Now if you ask somebody a question and that person, while answering, looks down and towards the right, most probably he is trying to access the feelings part of it. So it is called kinesthetic. So for example, if somebody asks you a question, what does it feel like to touch a wet cloth or a wet rug? So while answering that, most probably you will try to imagine that you are touching that cloth and trying to imagine how does it feel. So if somebody is answering your question looking down and right, he is trying to feel the scenario. Whereas if somebody is looking down and left, then most probably the person is having an internal dialogue. He's having that self talk. He's thinking internally before answering. Okay, now having looked at all these scenarios, what do you think are the practical implications of this? First, if you are trying to judge a person, if you are talking to a person, if you carefully observe these eye movements, you can make out whether the person is making up an answer, or he's actually honest and he's trying to access his memory and then trying to answer based on his memory. So if you're talking to, if you're seeing somebody, if you're taking an interview, if you're investigating somebody, or in general if you're talking to person, if you carefully observe this, you can make out with certain confidence and probability how is the person answering you. uh, so there can be n number of applications for this tool and technique, right? So now the same way, I mean, what we are trying to understand here is how your eyes are reflecting your thought process with their movements. Now if having a certain thought process makes your eyes move in certain direction, the reverse is also true. Wonderful, is it? Isn't it? So that's what we will try to utilize. So for example, if you are facing a problem and if you are not getting a solution, you have thought long and hard about it, what you can do is you can quickly move your eyes in clockwise and anti-clockwise direction, through which you will actually access all parts of your brain. So we have just seen 6 examples, right? So all your right parts where you can access your creative juices, your creative functions of your brain visually and auditorily. You can actually access the feeling part of brain. When you look towards left, you can access your memory visually and also auditory, and then you can also do a self talk, right? So simply moving your eyes either in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction, the same problem that you're trying to solve, you will be able to access different functions of brain. And what in seconds you will actually, you may get an answer, right? So while we have seen how the thought process impacts our eye movements, The reverse way, our eye movements will also help you access those functions of the brain. Wonderful technique and a piece of wisdom, right? So I hope you have understood the technique, and you will actually start observing people when you are dealing with them, and you will start using this technique in your day-to-day lives. Please share, like my video if you have liked it. If you haven't subscribed as yet to my channel called Dive Solutions, please do subscribe. I have started helping people with some of these techniques. I am an NLP master practitioner. I am an EFT master practitioner. So please reach out to me if you need help. And I do it as a social service. Okay. So looking forward to work with some of you guys, and keep enjoying my channel, and I'll be coming up with videos like this every now and then. All the best. Live happy, live strong.